Hi, you're watching the Top Wrench channel, and today we're doing Chapter 4 of Principles of Anatomy and Physiology. It's the 12th edition. If you want to read along, the link to the book is going to be in the description. So, here we go. Tissue Level of Organization, Chapter 4. Tissues and Homeostasis. The four basic types of tissues in the human body contribute to homeostasis by providing diverse functions including protection, support, communication among cells, and resistance to disease, to name just a few. As you learned in Chapter 3, a cell is a complex collection of compartments, each of which carries out a host of biochemical reactions that make life possible. However, like words, cells seldom function as isolated units in the body. Instead, cells usually work together in groups called tissues, similar to the way words are linked in sentences. A tissue is a group of cells that usually have a common embryonic origin and function together to carry out specialized activities. As you will learn, the structure and properties of a specialized tissue are influenced by factors such as the nature of the extracellular material that surrounds the tissue cells and the connections between the cells that compose the tissue. Tissues may be hard, as in bone, semi-solid, fat, or even liquid, blood, in their consistency. In addition, tissues vary tremendously with respect to the types of cells present, their arrangement, and whether fibers are present. Histology, or the study of tissue, is the science that deals with tissue. Pathologist is a physician who specializes in laboratory studies of cells and tissues to help other physicians make accurate diagnosis. One of the principal functions of a pathologist is to examine tissues for any changes that might indicate disease. Types of tissues and their origin. The objective of this section is to name the four basic types of tissues that make up the human body and state the characteristics of each. Body tissues can be classified into four basic types according to their structure and function. Epithelial tissue covers body surfaces and lines hollow organs, body cavities, and ducts. It also forms glands. Connective tissue protects and supports the body and its organs. Various types of connective tissue bind organs together, store energy reserves as fat, and help provide immunity to disease-causing organisms. Muscular tissue. Muscular tissue generates the physical force needed to make body structures move and generate body heat. Nervous tissue. Nervous tissue detects changes in a variety of conditions inside and outside the body and responds by generating action potentials, nerve impulses, that activate muscular contractions and glandular secretions. Epithelial tissue and most types of connective tissue are discussed in detail in this chapter. However, only the general features of bone tissue and blood connective tissue will be introduced here. Detailed discussions are presented in Chapter 6 and 19, respectively. Similarly, we acquaint you with the structure and function of muscular tissue and nervous tissue here, but cover them in more detail in Chapters 10 and 12, respectively. As you will see later in the text, tissues of the body developed from three primary germ layers. The first tissues formed in the human embryo, called the ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm. Epithelial tissues develop from all three primary germ layers. All connective tissue and most muscular tissue derive from mesoderm. Nervous tissue develops from ectoderm,